our ceremonial portion of the agenda, and we have a very short ceremonial portion today because, of course, as you recall, at our last meeting we were so heavily inundated with the pain and suffering of our community, and not that it's any lighter, but we are moving forward, and now we see in New York City an issue they have in these single attacks of crazed people. It's just something, unfortunately, it's generational, and we're just going to have to deal with it. And I did send off an email to Mayor de Blasio of New York City, extending the sympathy and prayers from the city of Las Vegas. So without further ado, I want to turn this over to Mayor Pro Tem Lois Tarkanian, who is going to be doing something wonderful.
We're going to honor someone today as our citizen, special citizen. You know, often we bemoan what's happening in the world. We don't seem to have much power to influence what's happening at levels throughout all the countries. We think there's not much we can do to make positive changes and to maybe affect our top leadership in our country and in other countries. However, there are some individuals who believe that even if that may be so to some extent, they can do better, and they will find ways in their small corner of the universe to make significant positive contributions to better the world for others in that small place in the world. And Hal Goldblatt is one of those individuals who has worked tirelessly throughout his life to make those significant changes wherever he is. And I'm going to ask Hal and his wife to come up here now so we can honor you. Okay. Yes. You turn and we can face the audience. And on a professional level, Mr. Goldblatt has worked in the field of accounting. He has held various positions, including controller and CFO of many major construction companies in Southern Nevada, including the Fontainebleau, Cosmopolitan Hotel and Casino, Terminal D at the airport, and Rhodes Homes. He has been recognized for his abilities by the Timberland User Group, which is the industry standard program. He also has served on the boards of directors of 2 corporations as their treasurer. And so far, he's managed to do a very excellent job in all of those. Currently, Mr. Goldblatt volunteers as the Director of Security for Chabad of Southern Nevada and Desert Torah Academy, which is in Ward 1. And we're very proud to have them there. And they have done significant improvements in the, how the community looks, how the community acts, and how we can all work together, all of us, in all small corners of the universe. He works with various law enforcement agencies through the Southern Nevada Counterterrorism Center and stands guard at the Chabad of Southern Nevada Synagogue each Sabbath and holidays. He has received training, given the time for that, through the FBI, Homeland Security, and ADL. He also has other abilities. As a freelance photographer, his photographs have been published in hundreds of newspapers, magazines, specialty pamphlets, and 7 books around the world. His photos were displayed in photographic exhibits at the various branches of the Clark County Library District for over 2 years. And he volunteers as the official photographer for Chabad of Southern Nevada. And his photographs are on display at the synagogue. Hal and his wife, Shawn, served on the board of directors for the Actors Repertory Theater at the time when it was the only equity actors troupe in Southern Nevada. That took a lot of work to get things going, and look at where it is now. It shows how much your efforts have helped them. The Goldblatts are active supporters of the Smith Center for the Performing Arts. And he has been a leader for the National Mental Health Organization for 30 years and has served as a district leader in the past. He led a weekly self-help group for the organization. He also serves as a lay leader for his synagogue, and he has guest lectured in economics and religious topics, both nationally and locally. He's been recognized for many awards for his academic and community service, including being listed in Who's Who in America. And that's a pretty strong background for you, very strong. One thing he's really been helpful with is when the Chabad moved into the area, there were people who questioned, should we have a school there? Is this the direction we should go? And so there were different questions that came up. And we even had a few little other problems that occurred. But it's through his leadership, his willingness to give his time, his wanting to help all the people who live in that area, that we quickly were able to solve those problems. And so with great pride, Ward 1 is very happy to have Mr. Hal Goldblatt receive our Citizen of the Month this month of November.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now, this is what you have here. However, we have something else over there. And that's going to have your name up right outside our building that says you're Citizen of the Month. So everybody who drives by this month will see your name and know all that you've contributed to us. And I think maybe it'd be nice if we could have you say a few words and then take a picture over there so you can show everybody what a great citizen you are.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for this honor. Pirkei Avos, the ethics of our fathers, says that in a place where there are no men, strive to be a man. And I've tried to live those words all my life. Wherever we've seen any action that needed, we lived in Long Beach, California for 18 years of our married life, and we did the same there. Wherever we saw a need, we stepped up and did whatever we could. When we moved to Las Vegas shortly after the Rodney King riots, we were the third Chabad family here, and again, where we saw a need, we stepped up. Rabbi Harlick sometimes was not always agreeable to some of our suggestions, but in the end, he saw the wisdom of it. So now, 25 years later, thank God we've been able to help build a beautiful Jewish community in Ward 1. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And by the way, it is beautiful. Please come by and see it sometime and see the beautiful school. Many donations are throughout the valley. It's beautiful. And to see the students so well-mannered and so willing to give to the community. That's important. And we haven't heard of any riots at your school? We haven't heard of any shootings or anything like that. So we're very proud of all that you've accomplished.
Not on my watch.
Not on his watch. So we'll take that picture over there.